Hello everyone, welcome to the State of the Channel update for October 7th here. Before we get into the update, I'm going to notice if you see here level 210, right here, we skipped this level. I recorded it, but the recording didn't work past this part that you see starting right here. It was the last of the nighttime, last of the nighttime ones here with the mushroom. And that's unfortunately all the footage that I have that actually still works. The recording was jumbled. Basically, it was a nighttime thing. We had the gravestones. You saw all the zombies over there. And it was one of the conveyor belt levels where all the different plants come scrolling in from the right that you can grab and use. So we were able to get through it okay. Absolutely no problems. We didn't even lose a lawnmower. So I'm sorry I won't be able to show that one to you, but no big deal. Anyway, we're on to level 3-1, which takes place in the backyard, I think, with the pool, and that's where we will pick up here in just a moment. So as you see on the screen here, we're starting on level 3-1, which is the next one. We got a new plant at the end of 210, and that is the lily pad. And of course, as we said, we're working in the backyard with the pool, so we are going to need the lily pad in order to plant things in the pool level. So we're going to get started here on level 3-1, since not only is this a channel update, but since the beginning, this has been our stealth update. Looks like the zombies gave up attacking your front yard. Now they're trying your backyard. And to top it off, you can't even use your mushrooms, because they'll fall asleep during the day. Well, isn't that just dandy? Because not only is this a channel update, it is also our stealth playthrough of Plants vs. Zombies here. So we're going to choose which ones we want. It's a pretty standard layout, except for the lily pads. Anyway, I hope y'all are doing okay. It has been almost exactly 2 months since we did the last one. I was trying to get one of these out every month, and I thought it had been only about a month, but man, time flies by. I think it was August 8th, and this is now October 7th, so almost 2 months since the last update. Things are going along well. I am busy working. I think those of you who follow the Lord of the Rings and Slowtro, I've talked about work situations and how busy we've been. We've lost a lot of people at work, and our census hasn't changed any, just the staffing has. So it's been pretty much mandatory overtime. We have to sign up for call shifts, but they eventually turned into mandatory overtime, which isn't bad. I mean, the money's good. Lord knows we can all use the money, correct? So I can't complain about that too much. I am working real hard at trying to get the Lotro and Slowtro videos out. Those and the occasional Brocraft video are still my favorite things to produce. Lotro, just because it is obviously such a love of mine, the whole Lord of the Rings milieu and Tolkien's writings. I love spending time in Middle Earth. Even a flawed and gamified Middle Earth, like in Lotro, which it has to be, of course. It has to be that way, you know. But got that going on. Of course, Brocraft was my first love. As far as the videos and all go, it's what got this channel started, was the Minecraft videos. Because I started this as just a private little endeavor, just to put up, I've said before, just to put up videos from my brothers when I was playing Lotro, and let them, while I was playing Castle Gnarlo, you know, and to let them see what was going on with Castle Gnarlo and what I'd been building lately. So obviously, Minecraft and Lotro will remain the major focus of the channel. But there are some other things, of course. Doom. We are still waiting to go back into the Argent Tower. I'm going to do my damnedest to get that next part of Doom done. I know that there is a big old arena battle, a lockdown battle coming up. I won't say I know that, but every part of my gut tells me that there is, just from all the stuff we've been given and the fact that you look on the map and there's all that stuff right there at the base you're about to go into. So I'm pretty sure past that next door there's going to be a lockdown battle. Maybe a gore nest, who knows. So we got to get Doom going again. I want to get some GTA stuff done. Probably not this week because I got a lot to do. But I do want to get back on Vice City. I want to get caught up on GTA 4. So we can finish up GTA 4 and get it out of the way. I still haven't even begun the single player part of GTA 5. Oh Lord, I can't believe I've gone that long without hitting the single player part of a GTA game, because it used to be I would get them and get playing on them right after they came out. But obviously I never had finished GTA 4, so I can't say that any of the modern high-def games of GTA were things that I wanted right away, because they're beautiful gameplay, and the stories are wonderful. I know the stories are wonderful. They're just so involved, and they've come along at a time when I've got so much else to do, both work and in terms of personal free time, you know. What else? Oh, Half-Life. Of course, we've got our Half-Life and Black Mesa co-playthrough. I was actually looking at those videos earlier today, where we play a section of Half-Life until we get, we play about 15-20 minutes of Half-Life, the original Half-Life, and stop and get a save point, and then we jump over and play the Black Mesa fan creation of it, and we play about 15 or 20 minutes. We play in it up until we get to where we need to be. And look at there, we've got a squash for the end of the first level here. Very good. That has its uses at times. That's another one of those weird vegetables, plants that doesn't have a lot of uses. You kind of get your core that you stick with and have fun with, and you kind of not go past that. But we might get to see a squash. But that brings up Half-Life and Half-Life Black Mesa, and of course that brings up Blue Shift and Opposing Force, which are the Half-Life sequels or expansions. And then, of course, if you're going to talk about the Half-Life expansions, you have to talk about, we've talked about Doom, we've talked about Doom 3, because we haven't finished Doom 3 yet. We've got to finish up that playthrough. That got me to thinking about it because of the whole nature of it going on. So much stuff. Oh, there are so many things that are just hanging out there in limbo and all, and that doesn't even begin to consider the literally 1,000+ games I have that I've never played, much less put on the list, or the couple of hundred of those that I've played for maybe 10-15 minutes, making sure that the game worked, getting a feel for it, and going, yeah, I'm going to play this, and then haven't touched again. And then, as I said, literally hundreds and hundreds more that I've never even attempted to play. So yeah, we've got enough stuff to keep me busy for the rest of my life. That doesn't even start, of course, with the board games, board and tabletop games, which I am working on right now. In fact, Mindfiend and I, y'all have seen us play Pandemic. Pandemic is the game where you're members of the CDC, or either researchers or scientists or soldiers or what have you. Different kinds of medics, different kinds of roles that you take on with different powers, and you fly all over the country trying to head off 4 terrible diseases, the 4 terrible pandemics who are spreading across the globe, and trying to end humanity, or end civilization anyway, reduce us all to back to, let's think of a feudal society with walled off towns, because we're so knocked back by the diseases and stuff. And so we're working on that. That was Pandemic. Y'all have seen at least one playthrough, if not 2 on here. Well, currently we're playing Pandemic Legacy, which is the legacy version of that. And legacy games are games that evolve over time. that as you play into the game and play through the various rounds of the game, different events will happen, and you'll put stickers on the board, and you'll tear up cards and that sort of thing. You lose abilities and gain new abilities, and maybe new territories open up or close, and that's how the entire game goes. Well, there's a Pandemic. Just like Pandemic was the very first co-op game that made it big and made co-op, really put co-op on the map, Pandemic Legacy was the first Legacy game that made it big and put Legacy games on the map. So right now we're playing through Pandemic Legacy. I think we're in June. The Legacy game takes place over the year. Every time you play a game, you're playing a month. So we started off in January, and we'll play January, and then February, and then the next game was March, next game was April. And if you lose, like let's say in April, we lost a game in April, so you replay April. You play the second 2 weeks of April, and you're given some benefits to kind of help you along and all. So that's how the game works. So right now, I think we're starting June. And so we're about halfway through the year and halfway through this campaign that's playing out. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're saving up all the games. I'm going to put them up. That's a problem I've had with a lot of these board games I got. You'll notice right now I've got a game of Arkham Horror that's just kind of hanging out there. There's a game of Suburbia that's hanging out there and hasn't been finished. I think there's a Pandemic game that's hanging out there that hasn't been finished. And let's not talk about the infamous Zombicide game that I uploaded everything except for the very last chapter. I had never edited the very last chapter that finished the game for almost 10 months. I went back and looking and realized and was going through some old file footage that I'd recorded and realized that I'd never edited and put up the very last part where we won the game or lost the game, whichever it was. So I don't want that to happen anymore, so we're going to play through the entire year, get the entire campaign recorded, and then I'm going to edit the entire thing into however many episodes. It's going to be, you know, somewhere between 12 and 24 episodes, depending on whether you play once or twice a year, and once or twice a month, I mean, and then put them all up one at a time, one episode per day, so that they don't drag out for months and months and with long gaps in between. So I'm trying to get better at doing that with the board games and all. Which brings us around to the same problem with board games that I have with the video games, in that I've got so many board games I want to play. And we've got these few favorites that I play all the time. Y'all have seen us play Suburbia many times. We've played Pandemic many times. We've played Dead Men Tell No Tales, the co-op pirate game on the burning ship so many times. I love these games, but there's so many other games that I want to get played too. So same kind of thing. It's like, do I keep playing my old favorites? Do I try to play new ones? There's not enough time. I need to win the lottery or something, or get rich and successful. I need to have 1 million followers and a Patreon so I can just devote my life to this if I wanted to ever have a chance of getting any of this stuff even a third of the way complete. It's the problem with everyone's life. But that is one of the things I wanted to bring up as well, is one of the reasons why there aren't so many videos, I'm not churning out so many videos, is that I'm working heavily in time management and things like that. I'm working on trying to have more time in my life. One of the things that I do, I've gotten into all these videos that I've watched online, giving, you know, hits and hints and tips how to have a better life, how to better manage your time. For instance, I get up, you know, the whole thing about getting up at 4 a.m. every morning. I get up at 4 a.m. now, or on the days that I work, get up at 4 p.m. And yeah, it's amazing having that extra 2 hours. What that does gives me that extra hour and a half to get stuff done, and I never feel like a rush. I'm no longer waking up at 5:30 when I have to leave the house at 6 and rushing, trying to take a shower. Where are my clothes? Where's my scrubs? Oh God, I got to come back to the house 3 times. I can take my time. I enjoy it. I'm relaxed. I'm in a good mood when I go to work. I'm doing meditation every day now to help put myself in this calm, even mood. I've been studying Stoicism, which is the philosophy, the ancient Greek and Roman philosophy of the Stoics, and it has just been incredible. I've discovered through it that being that I was a Taoist and stuff like that, I've always been about 50 to 75% of a Stoic and not known it. So I've taken the further step and actually become one now. So now I have to describe myself as a deist, Taoist, Stoic, humanist as far as my life philosophy goes. It's been great. So I've got that, and that's helping me to try and get my life plan better, you know? And try to work through what I'm finding more time for myself and finding stuff to do as to keep my life on a more better keel here. Well, it looks like that's coming to an end, and I've still got stuff to talk about. So what shall we do now? Man, when we talk about games that I haven't played in a while, here's one right here, Anno 2070. According to the Steam launcher, I've got 500 hours or so plugged into this game here. And I haven't played it also, according to the Steam launcher, in almost 10 months. So that'll tell you all these games that I love and just haven't been into. You know, I've got, if y'all will go to my channel, y'all will see there's dozens of videos of this here on the channel. But you know, there's still many missions in the game that I haven't finished yet. So there's so much of this that there's left to do that I would like to do. Oh, just so much stuff. But anyways, I said Stoicism. I'm learning how to do it. This has given me so much more time. But along those lines, I'm not going to devote that time to playing video games. As I said, I've got 500 hours spent into this, and countless thousands of hours. If you looked at all the time that I spent playing Doom and making Doom mods, and playing XCOM and playing XCOM mods, and playing EverQuest and playing Lord of the Rings and all these other games, I have thousands and thousands of hours, literally days and months devoted into this. And I don't regret any of it over the last 30 years. It has been so entertaining and helped make me who I am. But it's not something I want to do constantly going forward. If the channel was my job, that would be different. But even then, I wouldn't want to spend all my time playing video games all the time. You know, I've got other things I want to do. I'm writing again. I am painting again. I'm drawing again. I'm doing all these things that I used to love to do and have just gotten out of it because over the last 15, 20 years, I've gotten sucked so much into video games, and over the last 7 or 8 years into making videos. And as I said, I'm going to continue because this is a great hobby as well, but I want to do other things. Video games is one of those things that, you know, even if it was my bread and butter right now, I wouldn't be devoting as much attention to it because it's one of the things I don't regret having doing it, but it's one of the things that's led to, you know, the health problems I had, led to my obesity, why I ended up having bariatric surgery. And because it was so sedentary, I spent so much of my time either sitting in front of a computer at work or sitting in front of a computer here at home. And that's just not part of my life anymore. I don't want it to be part of my life anymore. I am doing things with all this extra time that I've got with getting up at 4 o'clock and the energy that things have given me and getting back into shape. I go for 2-hour walks every day. Every single day, I put in 5 to 6 miles of walking, and I'm starting to do light jogging now that I've got a knee brace for my knee that got screwed up in the accident. I've got a knee brace to give it some extra support, so I'm starting into some light jogging every now and then. I will walk for like 5 minutes and then jog for like 50 to 100 steps, and then walk and then jog, working my way back up to that. In college, I used to jog for 5 miles a day back in college, and I want to build up to that and get healthier again. The painting and writing, the stuff that I want to do again. My writing, I've I'm trying to write 1,000 words a day. In fact, I just entered this week a thing called the NYC Midnight Writing Challenge, which was this contest that you put in. It's like over 4,000 entries were into it, and they give cash prizes and stuff. I'm not in any of that. I just want the criticism of my work. They've got professional writers and teachers who are going to criticize your work and give you a critique of your good stuff, your bad stuff, what they were doing different, things they like about it and all. And that's what I get. In this particular one, it was a microfiction. They gave you a genre, an action, and a word you had to use, and you had 24 hours to submit a 250-word story. In my case, I had to write a 250-word drama in 24 hours and submit it. And it was just, I have tendencies to go on in my writing, get very verbose and very descriptive. And this was incredible at teaching me to pare down my writing and just the essentials, ma'am, just the facts. Use every single word and every single sentence had to have a purpose and a mission and do double duty. So that has been so much fun. I said painting again. My wife, we're going to start working on a flower garden over at her house. So I've got all this stuff that I want to work on. So it's not going to be, I hope y'all understand, it's not going to be just as I use the Stoic principles to gather my time. It's not going to be just devoted to videos here. Oh, I'm baking. I'm learning how to bake. I've got a keyboard. I'm taking piano lessons. I'm learning Spanish. I'm taking up baking. I've worked on cookies. I've got some D&D themed cookies. I got cookie cutters I've got off Etsy. And as soon as I get cookies that are actually I'm proud of, that don't fall apart on the cookie sheet as I'm taking them apart, since I've only made 2 batches now, and these are brand new for me, I will do a video and I will show you all my cookies I've made with my cookie cutters and all. So I'm looking forward to this. New vistas have opened in new paradigms. I have felt wiring shift inside my head, and I am happy with it. I'm so excited. So just to let y'all know, that's where we are. It's coming to the end of this. Y'all have heard me ramble on long enough. Thank y'all for putting up with it. Thank y'all for listening. And I just wanted to let y'all where the channel and all is going. So we'll see y'all real soon again. And thank you for coming along on this trip. We'll see you then, and bye-bye.